One cancellation can turn a productive Thursday afternoon into an empty block on the calendar. But before you spend more to find a brand new lead, there may be a better place to start: the customer relationships your business has already earned. In this video, we will follow one open appointment from the moment it appears to the moment a customer chooses it. You will see how a configured Workaholix workflow connects a relevant audience, outreach, conversation, route-aware availability, and booking. An empty slot is more than a blank square. The technician is available. The truck is ready. The office has planned the day. Before increasing advertising or calling down a long list, start with useful history already stored in the CRM. Past appointments can show which services a customer received, where the property is located, and how long it has been since the last visit. That context can help a team decide whether a follow-up is appropriate. It does not mean messaging everyone. It means starting with relevance. Here is the complete flow. An appointment becomes available. A configured rule identifies customers who may be a reasonable fit. An approved message starts the outreach. Replies enter one connected conversation. When a customer is ready, the workflow checks practical availability, offers an actual opening, and records the booking. That word, configured, matters. Useful automation follows business rules. Your team decides which services belong in a campaign, which locations are practical, when outreach is allowed, and when a person should step in. The system helps carry out the repeatable work. It should not invent the strategy. For this Thursday opening, imagine the team is offering a seasonal maintenance visit. The starting audience includes customers within the service area who previously received a related service and have not had a recent appointment. Records outside the area are removed. Customers with an active job are removed. Anyone who should not receive outreach is removed. A large database becomes a small, relevant audience. Now the message can be specific without pretending to know too much. It can explain that an appointment became available, name the relevant service, and invite the customer to respond if the timing is useful. A short SMS can make the first contact. An email can provide helpful detail when that channel is appropriate. The two messages should support one journey, not compete for attention. Consent, communication preferences, and opt-out requests are not optional details. They are part of the workflow design. Every business must apply the rules that govern its customers, location, and messaging providers. Workaholix should be configured around those requirements, with clear limits on who can be contacted and how often. A customer replies, "Is this the same maintenance service I had last year?" The workflow has a simple job: understand the question, use approved information, and move the conversation forward. It can confirm the service category, ask whether the equipment or property details have changed, and check whether the request still fits the campaign. Not every reply belongs in automation. A customer may describe a safety concern, an unusual system, a complaint, or a project that needs an expert. Those conversations should be routed to the right person. A strong workflow makes the handoff visible, preserves the context, and lets the office continue without asking the customer to start over. In our example, the customer confirms that the service is a fit, but an empty time on the calendar is not enough. The visit also has to work on the road. Workaholix brings together the technician's availability, the customer's location, and estimated travel time. Behind that decision is a distance matrix, a comparison of estimated travel times between the customer location and the routing points configured for the schedule. Instead of treating every empty box as equally useful, the workflow can narrow the choices to times that fit both the schedule and the route. That is the difference between open capacity and practical availability. That is what makes the recommendation practical. The customer sees a focused set of options while the office keeps control of the availability and routing rules. In this example, Thursday at 2:30 and Friday at 9 remain available. The customer chooses Thursday. The original opening is selected, the appointment details are confirmed, and the calendar moves from open to booked. This is the payoff, but it is also where accuracy matters most. The times offered should reflect the availability, locations, and travel time rules the business intends to use. The customer should understand what has been scheduled. The office should be able to see the conversation, the selected time, and the details needed for the visit. The team also needs controls. How many customers entered the audience? Which messages were delivered? Who replied? Were any opt-out requests received? which conversations need attention, and which appointments were created. These signals help the business review the workflow without turning the process into another manual spreadsheet. An open appointment does not automatically become a booked job, but it can become a clear next action. Start with relevant history, approved outreach, helpful conversation, route-aware availability, and people in control. Workaholix connects customer data, team availability, and travel context to a confirmed appointment through a repeatable process. To see how a workflow could fit your home service business, visit workaholix.ai and book a demo.